Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, if you can hear us.
Let's see if I can get the feed over here.
So if you can hear us, we're trying something new. Bear with us for a moment.
Jeff, please, if you could help me out just while I get everything set up over here.
So if all goes as planned, it's like NASA going to the moon. You're going to be able to watch us on multiple sites. So it won't just be Instagram. It's going to be YouTube. It's going to be Facebook. It's going to be Twitter. So we're really trying to go big. So just bear with us for a minute as we work out the details here.
Let's see this.
Why don't we open up Instagram and see if
Instagram, we're not live yet. Instagram, I'm going to do through the cell phone because we
Okay.
don't have
Okay.
that feature just yet.
All right. So what's another site we should be on? Facebook?
So we have Facebook Live.
And I see there's something there that there's
Yeah.
not on the other three.
Oh, that's just an option on the Facebook.
Okay.
So let's just see over here. If we go to go live. I think we're live now. I believe so.
Where would we be able to see comments? Because we can ask folks if.
Oh, it looks
they're
like we
seeing
got
us.
19 people on our Botach Facebook right now.
Okay.
So it looks like it's working.
You want to switch?
And I
to
apologize,
Facebook?
everybody. We just this is our first time doing this, so we just want to make sure we're doing it right. A little bit newbies. There we go.
Can
and
you-
we're live on Facebook right now. That's great.
All right. Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bearing with us for a few minutes while we're
On
working out.
Facebook right now. That's
All
great.
right. Welcome.
Sorry about that.
So we are trying something new, exploring different avenues of getting out to you guys and more people and getting a hold of more viewers so that we can, share more info, get more comments and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
So Koshim, my partner here, has been working hard on developing the protocols necessary to send us out worldwide to
Yeah.
as big an audience as we can.
It's a little bit of a production, but it's taking me a few hours, but it looks like it's working. So welcome, everybody. This is the first of many, God willing. We want to bring entertaining content to you, informative content. We want to also promote our webinars that we're going to be doing, which is a lot of fun, educational, and we're going to be giving out free prizes. So I really want to hear your feedback because this is so new. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Any comments as we do our daily shows, let us know. In the meantime, just give me 1 second, Jeff. I'm going to get us set up on Instagram Live.
Yeah, and let me just say we want to say hello to some of our folks that have been watching and commenting, and we've heard some responses. James Z, you know who you are. Thank you. Brothers and sisters behind the badge, LVMPD folks, we thank you all for what you do every day, and we need you to stay doing what you do because it means the most. And in tough times and the world and the economy and all the situations that we're all suffering together, it's more important than ever. And so our professionals in military and law enforcement, thank you.
Yes. So just to get started, I thought maybe we should go over our webinars first, just to let everybody know. You'll see it's live on Botach.com right now. If you go to our webinar section, all our webinars should be live. We have 6 live right now. So we have our Benelli M4, and we're going to get back to this because we have a special announcement on the webinar for the Benelli M4. I think we have roughly 12 to 13 tickets already sold out of the 30. We'll verify that momentarily, but we got the Benelli M4. This is the H2O model. We have the HoloSun Ames that we're doing. This is our webinar for the HoloSun Ames. We have a webinar for the Vortex Razor HD. This is the 1 to 10. We have our AMG, which is Vortex's holographic sight. It comes with the magnifier, so we're doing a bundle on that one for that webinar. And then we have the 1,000 rounds of 9 Aguila ammunition.
Direct to your door.
Direct to your door, yeah. We will ship you a brick, as we like to say.
And last but not least,
I'll let you.
So we've got the Shadow Systems 920 Elite with the Holosun, was it a 407, 507?
It's the Holosun 507. Yes, I
507
can pull that up
optic,
for you.
all ready to go. Unfortunately, we're working our regular job all day long and doing so much, we haven't managed to get it here on the table, but believe me, it's there and ready to go. We thank you all for participating. We thank you all for watching. We really look forward to more input and back and forth as we go along. Give us something to talk about, absolutely. Questions, comments, whatever. We've been talking about the webinars ourselves and how to talking about what better way to distribute them more and get more folks watching and more folks interested and more folks, of course, buying tickets for great stuff. So what we're talking about now is, we're going back to our first webinar, which is the Benelli M4 H2O, top of the heap of Benelli's line, military grade semi-automatic 12 gauge shotgun. Fantastic gun, ultimately reliable, and rock solid and built like a tank. And we've sold quite a few tickets, and we've been
14 sold right now.
14 out of 30.
14, it's almost halfway there.
Yep. And we've been discussing what better way to maybe give it a kick in the rear, this webinar, to move it forward and add some incentive for folks to get involved. And what do you think?
So we are going to be adding, for the webinar for the Benelli H2O, the Benelli M4 H2O, we're going to be adding the Holosun 509T, along with the mount for the Holosun 509T. This is a mount made by us under our Battle Steel brand. Here, let me just take this out to the closer camera over here so we could share it. So if you see over here, this will co-witness or absolute co-witness with the ghost ring sights, which is a big deal. So with this, you would just take off the existing rail from the Benelli that it comes with, the stock top rail.
Yep.
And you replace it with this battle steel rail, and then you mount the 509T right on there. And again, this will fully co-witness with your ghost ring sights, which is a big deal. And
then you're getting the Holosun Shake Awake. You're getting the multi-reticle feature. You're getting solar charging.
Yes.
You're getting a rugged closed
what's the hour count on this thing? It's like 50,000 hours.
Something like that.
It's like 5 years.
At a mid setting, something
Incredible.
like that. It's easy to control. The on and off switch is just super easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
Rugged as other Holosun items are, absolutely. And so we're just trying to give this a little kick in the rump and give you some more bang for your buck, literally. And so there we go. We've got
and we'll get you brand new ones. This was our open box sample and demo unit.
Here.
So we got our brand new ones.
509T X2 red. We've got the battle steel mount, engineered, designed, manufactured in the U.S., all high-grade materials. And just an awesome compliment for this gun.
Yeah, so this will all be in our webinar. We're going to do a little bit more of a detailed discussion of it. And at the end of the webinar, we're going to be giving one of these away for free to one of the viewers. Go ahead and buy the tickets for that webinar. We got about 15 left, or 16 left to go, to be exact. Mm-hmm. So I would say go onto our website and buy that now. And then we have a bunch of other webinars live right now, as we mentioned.
And once, just to interrupt, and once all tickets are sold, we'll be making the announcement within 24 hours or so of when the webinar will take place, and the winning number will be chosen, and so that'll happen as soon as the last ticket is sold.
Yes, I could do let me just show them what I'm talking about over here.
And I think now we're screen sharing with you guys, so you're going to see what we're looking at. This is another feature that my tech genius over here has come up with.
I'm trying to figure all this out, so bear with me.
And again, if you didn't hear earlier, we shout out to James Z. Thank you. Brothers and sisters in law enforcement and behind the badge, we thank you every day for what you do. And our military, you stand up for us in the toughest of times. And, you know, I'm glad many of them are home now, but not everybody's home. So let's just keep it going and keep our thoughts with our people that care for us.
Sure. So to our viewers on Instagram, you might not be able to see this, and I apologize. We're working on getting that to be cross-compatible with all our other platforms. But let me just show you. So here's our website, Botach.com. So to our viewers on Instagram, you might not be able to see this, and I apologize. To the left, we're working on getting that webinars cross-compatible with all our other platforms. Click on that webinars tab. Let me just show you. So here's our website, Botach.com. So to our viewers on Instagram, you might not be able to see this. 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
50 Lancer magazines. That we're giving away for free for the Lancer magazine webinar. So
50 mags to your door.
Yeah, 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers.
Yeah.
50 Lancer magazine over here. That we're giving away for free for the Lancer magazine webinar. So we should really do our own
50 mags to your door.
Yeah, 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers.
Yeah.
50 Lancer magazines over here. That we're giving away for free. We have the shadow system. So we should really do our own
50 mags to your door.
Yeah, 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers.
Yeah.
50 Lancer magazines over here. That we're giving away for free. We have the shadow system. So we should really do our own
50 mags to your door.
Yeah, 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers.
Yeah.
50 Lancer magazines over here. That we're giving away for free. We have the shadow system. So we should really do our own
50 mags to your door.
Yeah, 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers.
Yeah.
50 Lancer magazines over here. That we're giving away for free. We have the shadow system. So we should really do our own 50 Lancer magazines.
Oh, we forgot our Case of Lancers.
Yeah, the Case of Lancers. 50 Lancer magazines over here. That we're giving away for free. We have the discuss that concept.
Yeah, and compatibility is important. So, you know, sticking with brand is a smart thing to do. I've had experience with certain optics not working great with other manufacturers, magnifiers, and whether it's a height over bore or co-witness or one lower 1/3 issue, or just distortion of dots that maybe weren't set up for that type of magnifier. So it's good to stick within a brand too, in my experience.
Yeah.
Hey, can we actually go back to the website and click on one of those
Sure.
and show people what it looks
Yeah.
like, the page
Yeah,
for a webinar?
we certainly can.
Okay.
Let me just open this up over here for us. Let's take it back. And I'm sorry, everybody. I'm learning over here to use this new system that we have. I'm using, just so everybody knows, it's actually very common. It's called the OBS Studio. A lot of people are doing this with blogs, you know, any kind of, I mean, really everybody's using this.
For webcasting or
Webcasting,
entertainment.
blogging, I mean, really anything, podcasting. So let's just transition this over.
I'm using, just so
Blogs,
everybody knows,
here's
it's
our
actually
website.
very common. It's called the OBS Studio.
No,
A lot of people
So
Right
if
ahead.
you go over here, let's just click on the Benelli, for example. So we're going to update this. It's not webcasting. We're going to update this to show that it's going to be really anything, podcasting,
web
follow
optic
us on
and the mouse.
Webcasting.
and then
Music, just so everybody
now
knows,
here's the
it's
ticket section so far, and then on the ticket
No,
numbers, it's kind of cool. You can, so if you go over here, let's just click on the Benelli. If you have a lucky number, we're going to update this. It's not webcasting. We're going to go ahead and show.
So if you go over
You
here,
can also buy one of these podcasting. We're going to follow us
And the
on
mouse.
and then
I wanted as a gift for somebody.
you can if you like on the ticket. You can go ahead and buy it. So if you go over here, let's just click on the Benelli. If you have a lucky number, we're going to update this. It's podcasting. We're going to update that to show. You can also buy one of these if you have a podcast. We're going to follow us on
And the mouse.
and then
I wanted as a gift for somebody.
you can if you like on the ticket. You can go ahead and buy it. So if you go over here, let's just click on the Benelli. If you have a lucky number, we're going to update thanks.
This
Fantastic.
tool
We're updating that show.
So if you could also find one of us, see if we have like
information, out there on the internet, we'll be able to share screens with you, and I think it's pretty cool. Are we able to see any comments from anybody at this time?
Yeah,
Or-
let me pull some up over here.
Sure.
See if we got any. If you have any questions or anything like that, just send them in the comments. We're monitoring everything. So any platform that you're using to watch this, we're monitoring it all. So no questions so far.
Well, as always, we appreciate what you guys do and spend time with us. Our time is important to us, but we're enjoying doing this. And if you spend time with us and you're enjoying what we're doing and the content we're providing, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, what is your most interesting webinar? Like, what's the one that you would join to learn more from, and then something that you'd be excited to maybe have a chance of winning?
That's a really good question, and you caught me off guard. And I would have to say that ammo is relatively self-explanatory, and mags are relatively self-explanatory. I think the more complex of things that we're dealing with, the more I enjoy it or learning about it. So honestly, it would probably be whether it's the Razor 1 to 10 and the Unity mount, or probably the AMG UH1 and the magnifier, only in that I'm hoping we're going to be able to provide you guys some good details on not only what they're capable of, but proper installation and possible opportunities of things you can do with them when you're deploying them, strengths and weaknesses and so forth. So I think I gave you two answers, but I think the optics are the ones that kind of intrigue me a little bit.
Yeah, fair enough. What is we have a few brands here. We have two to be exact. Between Holliston and Vortex, they're more relatively newer brands in the optic industry. I would say some of the more older. I guess they have a little bit more tried and true because they've just had more time to be battle tested. Would be Trigicon, Aimpoint, EOTech. Leopold would be an example. So we're going to be adding those as well in the future. We're going to be doing webinars for those as well. I think that technology has caught up with, or manufacturing capabilities, I should say, has caught up with technology that you can mass produce these very high-end, or not price point wise, but from a quality perspective, they're very, very high quality.
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah, very high quality, highly reliable products in a mass-produced fashion to bring the price down. So I remember, the cheapest red dot you could get was, I remember when like the Trigicon MRO came out, it was like $400, and everyone was like, "Wow, that's so cost effective." It was incredible. But now you could get, red dots with the same runtime, same aluminum housing and stuff like that. Granted, it hasn't been battle tested as much as these other ones, and field tested, I should say. But people are starting to see them, and they see that they're highly reliable. I think that most people also, they can't afford to put $1,000 optics on each one of their weapon systems.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and everyone has their one go-to rifle or shotgun or pistol or mix of all for self-defense. That zombie apocalypse scenario. I have one gun that I could take with me on my go bag. Like, which one do I take? But everything else, a lot of people have them. Just from my friends and people I speak to, they have a lot of fun guns, just guns that they like to just run in the range.
Yep.
They see it, they thought it was cool. It's not something that they quite want to use as their last resort weapon and they're the last gun on earth, but it's something that's maybe close to it or maybe making its way up to that list. And those guns don't necessarily need $1,000 optics on there that are tried and true all the way through. But these brands are, even though they're relatively new, I would say Vortex and Holliston have really made a name for themselves in quality. We have law enforcement agencies, federal agencies picking them up left and right. And I think that they're just in the beginning of their potential. I think that they're just only really starting to take off in what they're doing, and they're starting to flex with their capabilities and what they're coming out with in the future.
I agree. And they're coming up with innovations we spoke about in another webinar that the other guys haven't. So some of the big dogs may be getting caught asleep, but you look at potential future things, whether it's things like, M-Lock Direct or these other options that many of the big companies are not looking towards, and alternative mounting systems. But mainly the difference I see with them, besides things like Shake Awake, which is a fantastic implementation of technology, look at Vortex. What they were known for was they would stand behind their product. So no matter what, we don't need to know what, why, whatever. If you have a problem, we're going to make it right. Those warranties have been with some of the legacy brands for years, where you have lifetime warranties that they're just like, don't even tell us, just send it in and we'll take care of it. So these new players have come in and offered these kind of warranties that really make them impeccable. Although that they're using the less expensive manufacturing techniques and materials and overseas sourcing and all that, if you're going to stand behind your brand 100%, it means a lot. So Vortex, everyone you talk to, they'll say, well, if I had a problem, it was taken care of right away. Holosun is following along in the same footsteps. They're not just out there saying, we made something better, it works great, look at our fantastic features. They're saying, no, if it screws up, we're going to make it right. We're going to stand by the customer. And that means an awful lot in this industry. It really does.
I agree.
And I'm one of those guys you talk about that I have purpose-driven guns. I'll say, the one and only, well, I probably have 7 or 8 of those. But I have a mixture of brands, and they're including other things like Holosuns now. And the more I use them, the more I shoot them, the more I trust them.
Yeah, I understand. That's a fair assessment. We are going to be adding more and more webinars soon, by the way, in the coming days. I think I want to keep them, and share your comments. Tell me what you think, because we want to do this together. But I was thinking about, Jeff, doing a small amount of webinars just to keep the interest laser focused on what we're trying to accomplish as a company when it comes to the webinars. And then as those are finished, they sell, we finish them and then bring in new topics as we go. Yeah. One of the things we're going to do in the webinars itself is say, hey, did you guys want more information? Did you guys want more variety, or just more of the same? So that we provide a high quality webinar. It's not designed to be you're not going to get like an armor certificate at the end of the webinar or anything like that. It's not designed to be so thorough, but we want it to be thorough enough that you come out knowing maybe just a little bit more than what you did before. And then again, we got the free prizes at the end. So everyone loves free prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So thank you very much. And I apologize if there was any issue with volume or with the image quality. We're going to be going back on this and assessing everything. This is our first time doing a multi-platform a live stream video. So please have some patience with us as we get through the learning curve.
Thank you, everybody, again, and we will be back.
Let me get this one.